you want to lead someone, if you want to lead someone, you have to start from the beginning. You have to become servant. You have to serve them before leading them. So leaders are created by two processes. As we all know, the first point is leader is by birth. There are some people, there are some person in this world who are the leaders from their birth. But do you know how a person who is not a leader by birth can become a very great leader? It is by being unselfish. Unselfishness is one of those qualities that makes a person a great leader. You can take any examples from our real life, whether it is Steve Jobs, whether it is Elon Musk, whether it is Ratan Tata, whether it is Anil Ambani, and whoever you think they are the great leaders, whether it was Mahatma Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, Chandrasekhar Azad, Bhagat Singh, every great leader was unselfish, and they were the servants of servant. So now let us move to the PPT and let us know what are the 10 great tips that I have taken out from the world's best contents that can actually make you an effective leader, a great leader in your lives. So starting with the very first point, the point that has written on your screen, that is in front of your screen, leader changing vision into reality. We all know a person is created, a person is defined, a person is identified by the vision he or she has in his life, in his or her life. Before explaining this point, I want to use a very good phrase I remember, that we call common man, but we don't use this phrase common woman, because women are never common. They are special. And that is how a leader is not common. They are exceptional. Do you know why? Because they have the ability of changing the vision into reality. Clear, achievable, and persuasive, uniting vision is very much important to become an effective and a great leader. So, this particular point gives emphasis on the three important words. First is clear. Your vision should be very clear. What you want to do. That must unite a group of people, whether you are dealing with a group of people or an individual, whether you are leading a group or an individual. Your vision should be very clear and it should unite the interest, the goal, the spirit, the motivation, the energy of everyone you are leading. And not only clear, and the goal, the vision should be unite everyone, it should also be achievable, and it should be persuasive. So if you want to become a very great leader, always remember this point, that your vision is very clear and you have the power to turn the vision into reality, because then only people are going to follow you, people are going to respect you, and people are going to give you the position of a leader, because they have trusted that you can change a vision into reality, which is an imagination for everyone. So now let us move to the second point, second tip of the day. A great leader, as I always remember this quote. I have called right now before leader is servant of servants. What do we mean by this? Leader is always a person who never tries to lead the brethren, who never tries to lead the people he is leading. He always tries to serve them. So if you want to become a great leader, you should have the quality to serve them. Serve them with what? Serve them with your motivation, serve them with your vision, serve them with your persistence, perseverance, your spirit, your will. Everything should be portrayed very clearly. You should have the power to accommodate thousand minds. You should have the power to accommodate thousands mind. Thousands of minds should be accommodated at a place to create a very strong vision. And if you have the power, if you have that particular ability in yourself, then trust me, you are a very great leader, or you are going to be a very great leader in your life. So always try to become the person who serves the people, not the person who leads the people. So the third point is very important, and it is not only important to become a very great leader in your life, but it is also important to become a great person in your life. That is, the word jealousy should be taken off from your lives. And do you know why people always follow a person who is called a leader? Because that person never have jealousy. They don't struggle for the power. They don't urge for respect from someone. In spite of that, they earn the respect. They don't struggle for respect. They don't struggle for power. People gives them power that yes, you are a leader. People gives them respect that yes, you are a great leader. And that's come when you take off the jealousy from your life. You become humble. Become, you have empathy in yourself. You become a personality who is there to serve everyone, who is there to achieve the success. And then only a great leader is formed. So great leader never tries to push himself first and get the power and achieve the status. But a leader always tries to push the group, push everyone under him. And then by leading them on the correct way of success, to the correct path of success, he or she become a very great leader. So now let us move to the fourth point. And I believe it is one of the important points to become a very great leader. It's one of the important tips that will actually make you a very great leader in your life, and that is love. Love is a power. Love is strength. Love is respect. Love is everything. Do you know why love is so much important in you to become a very great leader? Because as I have right now used the sentence that you have to win them. You have to win people to become a great leader. If you are forcing your vision, if you are forcing your opinions, if you are forcing your thoughts on someone, trust me, you cannot become a leader throughout your life. But if you want to become a very great leader, you have to win people. And that is only possible when you cultivate faith in yourself, when you have the power of organizing, of combining, of making people come together, making people become unite. And when you win them like this, they actually follow you. And when the people start following you, trust me, friends, you are on the path of becoming a very great leader. So leadership is not forcing someone. It is consulting, convincing someone. It is not operating someone. It is organizing someone. So always try to use this power, love, as one of your weapons. So now coming to the fifth point, a very great leader in your life. This point is making so much emphasis on leadership because a leader is always a person who gives a lot of sacrifices. You cannot become a leader if your results are zero. You cannot become a leader if you have not sacrificed something. Mahatma Gandhi, why Subhash Chandra Bose, why Elon Musk, why Steve Jobs, why Jeff Bezos, why Ratan Tata, why Anil Ambani, they all became a great leader because they have sacrificed something. They have sacrificed themselves for everyone else. You should have the courage to put yourself at the back steps, to put yourself at the back of the team and be a backbone. So you have to sacrifice yourself first, will move ahead, then only you are going to be a very great leader. Because leader is the person who take up the weapons, who fight for everyone and sacrifice himself for the well-being of everyone. So that is a great leader. That is a quality of great leader. That is the secret of a great leader. And that is the secret of leadership. So now let us move to the sixth and the very important point again to become a very great leader. It is not only the tip, it is something that can actually help you to move ahead to get success to be a great leader. And this code is really defined by a leader, by a great leader, that action speaks more than your words. No one likes a person who only tries to force something, who only tries to flitter away their energy of making people understand, of making people happy. Instead of that, they have an idea of prompt obedience. They have an idea of how to make the people understand their point of view. They don't force their point of view, they make them understand their point of view. They have such a great tone, they have such a great voice, they have such a great mindset that everyone loves to follow them just because they make them understand that yes, this vision is going to be a reality. And I have the power to stand as a backbone in your group, in your body. Consider the group as a body, and the leader is the backbone of that body. And if there is no backbone, there is no body. The body cannot stand. And that's how a great leader becomes a backbone, a support system to the whole team, because they know when to speak and they know this thing, that when to act. So action always speaks louder than your words. So instead of using words to convince them, prove them, make them understand through your actions. So remember this point, my friends. It's very important to become a very great leader. So now let us move to the seventh point. Oh my God, this is one of the greatest points. Crush yourself under your own feet. Do you know why many people, they become mentors, they become role model, but they cannot become a leader? Do you know why? With this courage of crushing themselves under their own feet. And this is where the seed of leadership starts growing as a plant. Yes, if you want to become a very great leader, you have to crush yourself under your own feet. You have to make yourself be on the back. I'm again and again emphasizing on the same point. Why? Because every point, every tip related to leadership tells you that leader is the backbone. He is the brain who combines, who organizes, who directs, who motivates, who leads everyone. So you have to crush yourself. You have to convince yourself that yes, others, your group should be on the first step and you will be on the second step. So understand all these things, because to become a great leader, it's not so easy. that you have implemented two of the qualities and you become a very great leader. No, my friends, you have to emphasize all the points in all the aspects of becoming a very great leader. And eighth point says a very good quality, a very great quality, very important quality, very extraordinary quality. That is, leader has reasons over all excuses. Do you know one thing? What makes a great difference between a successful person and a failure? A failure has thousands of excuses, but no reasons. And a successful person also have thousands of excuses, but one reason. And that one reason makes you different. And that's why I used this particular line, this particular phrase, that leader is always exceptional. Leader is always outstanding. Leader is always different. Leader is always special. Leader is always great because they have that one reason which can convince everyone, which can make understand everyone in the group that yes, this person has that one reason which we don't have. We have excuses. He has the reason. He or she has the reason. We have problems. He or she has the solutions. So, what do you mean by leader has reason? It is meant that leader is a problem solving technique in the process. Leader is a solution giving technique in the process. He can give solutions. He can pick out all the excuses and bring in one reason to do that thing. And trust me, if you have that courage of finding that one reason, which is very difficult in any problem, but if you have that courage of finding that one reason and putting it on the table very clearly, people are going to follow you madly. And then you can become a very great leader, a very great example, a very great motivation, ideal, everything for your group. So now let us move to the ninth point, which is again very, very, very important. That is, stop being personal if you want to become a great leader. Yes, my friends, impersonal, the word impersonal is the key factor of leadership. Impersonal means not putting yourself at the front page, not giving importance to your own thoughts, your own opinions. But if you have the ability to understand someone else's point and convince yourself that yes, this is the thought, this is the opinion of the group, and I have to understand their opinions, I have to understand their point of views, and then put out a very good solution which everyone agrees on. And trust me, it needs a lot of courage to become a very great leader, because sometimes some situations arises when you have to pluck your own heart with your own hands. That means if something is there in you that yes, I have to do this thing, when that I dies from you, and when that we comes in, we, that is the point where you become a very great leader. Because leader always have the word we are going to do this thing, we are going to achieve this thing, we are having this goal, we are going to work on this solution, we are going to work on this problem, we are going to find this solution out. We, not I. If you always put yourself, the I is the ego, the we is the empathy, you can understand this thing. Ego and we is the empathy, we is the unite. If you put your ego behind, and if you put your we unity ahead, then trust me, you can become a very great leader in your life. And leader is not by giving a position. Leader is when people feels from inside this is a leader. And I'm taking a very real life example, and that is Amit sir. He has not taken any position from us. We have given them, we have given him that position that yes, Amit sir is a leader for us. Amit sir is the leader because he has all these points in his character, in his behavior, and that's why he is considered as a leader. He has not stolen that thing. He has not forced that thing on us. That yes, you call me a leader. We by ourselves calling him as a leader, and that is what a great leader means. Now coming to the 10th and the very important point, the word ego is I, but there is another word which is more powerful, more impactful than that, and that is your anger. Hostility. The word hostility means the anger. And great leaders, the grade of great leaders in this world, they have the ability to crush their anger and bring on empathy in themselves. It might happen that when you are leading a group, there might be some persons in your group who can tinker you, who can finger you. But if you have the ability to control all your emotions with your own hands, with your own brain, with your own mind, then trust me, you have the ability of controlling everyone, because the person who cannot control his or her own emotions, who has given the control to someone else to control his or her emotions, then do you think that person can become a very great leader? So if you want to become a very great leader, my friends, take that power from others' hand and get that power in your hand, that I am the controller of my emotions. I am the controller of my anger. And trust me, on that day, when you control your anger, when you control your emotions by yourself, every bit and bit of emotions in you, you don't have to get the position, buy a certificate or buy a label in your office or in front of your house. People are going to give that respect to you. People will accept that by hearts, that yes, this person is a leader. And that day, you will be remembered as an example, even after you are not there in this world. Trust me, it is very good line. A leader is always a person who is there in people's heart, in people's mind, in the pages of books, even if he or she is not there in this world. And if you are going to get remembered by the people even after you die, then only a great leader comes out from you. That is the point where a great leader takes birth. So all these points, it not only emphasis on becoming a very great leader, but a very great leader is also a very great personality. So all these points makes you a very great person. And if you are a very great person, if you are a very great son, if you are a very great daughter, if you are a very great brother or friend, then there is no point of not becoming a very great leader. You are a leader. You are a great leader. You are an extraordinary leader. And people are going to accept that. So by this, I end my PPT.